Hello, good morning, happy Tuesday. How you all doing today? We got a Zilby cam here. I had a choice of either rerouting the internet so I can get a hard line up here for the internet instead of using Wi-Fi to stream, or um, setting up the cat cam. And you can see where my priorities lie. So hopefully we won't have another early stream sort of like end. I don't know what exactly happened. My internet didn't like leave. Like my system was still fine. It just decided to end on the restream sites. That was really cool. Asitsu, hello. How are you doing today? All right. So yesterday I had ended. Well, I guess like another thing is somebody who I can't see who because I'm on streamer mode, so I can't see their username. Might stop by. We can chat about authentication, but if they don't, then we'll continue working on Stream Manager. And we left yesterday thinking, okay, I mean, what more is there to do? But there is one more thing to do. The thing that I had sort of half implemented, but not really finished implementing beforehand, which is the font change. The one that's going to make, like, if we think that the theme change could cause issues, the font change has the most fun to do. You're finishing up on a large feature change composed of 20 PRs. That's a lot. Hopefully it gets through. All right, so to begin with, what do we got? We got this is probably more towards, I guess, like we have to decide how we want to do this, because generally speaking, if you change the font, I mean, obviously a lot of things like change for us, which is, fun, right? And I think we have this in here. Change font. So we have changing a font to font. We have the font that it's going to be, and so what we probably want to do is we probably want to do the same thing. We want to validate the font. Oh hey, Yarn Colo, is that your username? Hello. How are you doing today? And okay, yeah. So guard routes on the front end. So this is what we were going to talk about on Discord, but then we ran out of time because I started streaming. So I've done some guard routes on the front end using u.rs. So I'm not exactly sure what your situation is, but the general idea is that we have a server, right? And a server is going to. It sounds like you're using JOTS as your authentication method. Are you done? Okay. Cat Zilby doesn't want to talk about authentication. And let's see. So as soon as you hit a route that you're not allowed to go to, you want to probably be redirected to a route that you are allowed to go to, or maybe like the login route. And I've done this a few times in our LMS. So we can go take a look at this. So if we go to learning.brooksbuilds.com and we do not sign up, I'm allowed to go to like courses. I'm even allowed to go to some courses that I've already seen and all that stuff. But I think I have a route. If I go to tags, for example, it redirects me back to the homepage here. And also, I get this note saying, hey, only authors can manage tags. I'm not logged in. I'm not logged in as an author. Even if I was logged in, but not as an author, this would still happen to me. So this is what I've implemented. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. Cats only listen to authentication. I need the, what is that? The like sound effect. That would be perfect for that. That's a good one. All right, so let's take a look at how I did this. We can go to the tags page. I think that one's simple enough. So source, pages, tags. Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with Vue.rs. It's a front end framework written in Rust, and we are using it's similar to React in that way. Now, authentication, the way I have this set up, I'm using Auth0, and I don't have an Axum server that's doing all the authentication type stuff. I am going, when I log in, you go straight to Auth0. Auth0 does the login thing and then sends us back to our side here, and then we should be able to validate that, right? Now, if I get this point in here, I have this use effect, and this function will just run every single time. Okay, you've done a whole course on Vue.rs. Perfect, excellent. Okay, so we have a use effect hook, and I am basically doing just a little bit of a state manager, a state machine here, where we just say like, hey, if we're initialized, if we're loading, if we're loaded. So I'm checking that because unfortunately I need to check to see if that token's like finished coming in. And we'll go take a look at how that stuff works a little bit later. But in loaded, like after we know that we're finished, I then check to see, okay, in my Udux store, do I have, like, am I a user? Am I an author? Obviously, if I'm not logged in, this will be false. And if I'm logged in but not an author, this will be false, right? And so that's when I push out. So my logic for the guard, this is the guard itself. And I put this right here. Now I put this right here because there is a possibility that I'm going to, if I go straight to tags and I navigate there, it might take a little bit of extra time for all the authentication type stuff to happen. And I don't necessarily have, like, I have to wait for all of these things to go in. And I haven't found a good way to put this type of thing into the router itself. So I just put this into the component. Okay, and let's go take a look at how that all works, which I think happens either in app. I mean, there's a couple places that it happens. Like a bunch of stuff happens in auth here. In app, we do the same thing where we're like, okay, are we, is things loaded or not? And so app always runs, right? Like it's always gonna no matter which page you navigate to, app is there. App is at the root of all things. And so we say like, hey, we haven't seen this before. We're initialized. That's the default loading state. And so and also auth loaded. Start offloaded. I can't remember where that gets set up. Been a while since I've written this. I think offloaded gets set up here. Or maybe I set this up. Let's see. Let's search for it. Oh, offloaded. No code. Oh, I have to sign. Okay, fine. I will sign in. I keep on forgetting they make it so you have to sign in just to see the code. Oh, and I need to go get my phone so I can do the two-factor authing. Okay, we're in. Okay, so in my main store, we have auth loaded, which is the BB loading state. So the entire state thing that I have is that. So this BB loading state, can we see where this is from? Oh, I put this into in a YC into my U component library. Okay. In my U component library, let's see, foundation, I think states. BB loading state, we have initialized, loading, and loaded. And I have initialized as the default there. Okay. So our auth loaded gets initialized with a BB loading state. We have default on here, so it comes in as initialized. Back to app. When we're initialized, I want to, let's see, get the dispatch. I then do this login from refresh. So I assume that we're refreshed or we've just like, gotten back from something else. Let's go ahead and try to log in again. Okay, you were trying to put in a router the same way you can do it on the backend routes. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I haven't seen that you can handle that yet. Oh, and using Askema templates to render the HTML code. Yeah, I haven't tried any other templating engine besides just the U default ones. And let's see, my login from refresh here. We go to our main store. That just loads a cookie that I set myself up here. And if I have the cookie, I load in the token. And I actually hit the Auth0 API to get the user info. And that's how I validate if that token is still good in the cookie. If it is, I go ahead and load it and saying like, hey, this is good. Actually, in this case, I'm saying loaded if we're loaded, but we're not logged in. I think down here, if the user token is fine, we go ahead and I just shove all of the information about the user into the user store, so we can see all this stuff. And then let's see, and basically that's the general idea. Is that all you needed, Yarn Carlo? Oh, was there anything else that could help? I did have to write a bunch of this type of stuff myself because there's no SDKs from Auth0 or FusionAuth or any place else I think that really like work with you. So we're kind of on our own for that. I think there are some SDKs that might work with Actix Web, but I haven't even seen any that work with Axum yet. Okay, so you got some insight on it. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully that works. Let me know if you run into any other problems or any other questions, and I'll be happy to chat about it. In the meantime, let's head back to this. Also, we said hi. Okay, so for the change font, what do I want to do? We want to validate that the font coming in is going to be good, right? I want to probably change the font. So we just change the font. And then we want to schedule the font to be reset, which means I want to get the current font, change the font, schedule the font to be reset. And then I have to send this into Anathema. So tell Anathema font has been reset, or font has been changed. And then at the end of that, I'll just sort of mention that this is done. We could potentially still do sending a message with like how long it's going to be. So like this, schedule the font to be reset, send countdown, because like send seconds left until font is reset. Send font set message. And then also tell the Anathema font has been changed and by who. Okay, I think that's, I love how like I try to do that and it's nice. I think I have to do a double. I have to do that. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's going to be fun. Now we're kind of already getting some of this right here. So we have our Alacrity font config path. That's great. We get the previous font. So now, okay, we get the previous font and we change the font. So that's validate the font, however, is going to be interesting. Is there an API with FontBook on Mac that would tell me if a font is valid? Do I have a place to put that? We have font restore, but like I don't have any like font. There's no font book. And I don't know if I have, maybe there's a list in like my library or something. Let me open up my alternate terminal. So if I go into like library, let's see, fonts. There is a fonts folder. Oh, those are my fonts. Okay. So I do have my fonts. Which that might That might be good. Oh, we looked this up before and we found a weird CLI, but I'm not sure if it showed all the fonts. Yeah, I'm not completely sure either, and I forget what the command was. And I didn't write it down. So it's as if we didn't do it at all, ever. Now, okay, so I can see a list of my fonts. So here we can see in my home directory here, in library fonts, here's just the fonts that I have. This is great. And I'm guessing that if I did system library fonts also has a list of fonts. It's not every font though. The font kit crate would help. Oh, maybe. Yeah. The font kit crate. Did we end up using that? No, we did not. Okay, so that's not in there. Let's go take a look at it. So what was it? It was font kit. Cross-platform font loading library. Finding fonts on the system. Okay. Delegates to system libraries to perform the tasks. Okay. It uses core text. Or free type. Looking up all fonts in a system. Okay. That seems like it's a good idea. All right. So I think this is what we want. All right. What was that? There was. Okay. We have source free type, loader free type. I have no idea if I want any of those features or not. Okay, but we got FontKit now. So in library, okay, so I guess this is the only public function I have. I'll go to the end of it and we'll do another public function. So we'll do validate font. So we'll have a font name, which is going to be a stir. And I want to return, I have no idea if it's going to be a result, so we're just going to start with a Boolean. And font kit, okay. System source. System source new select best match. Huh, I wonder if that would be it. There's an all fonts method on the source, so I would maybe debug that to see what it returns. Yeah, that could be a really good idea. I do like the idea of like just doing the lookup for it too, because that could be it. So you say it was source, a database of installed fonts that can be queried. It's this one, right? Font config source as system source. Okay, FontKit source. You have the trait source, all fonts. System source and a README example. Okay. Yeah, because I think that was reading this. Okay, that makes sense. Can I go back? Yeah, system source, new, select by PostScript name. Okay, I mean, this kind of would do it, but let's do system source new. So we'll do let thought maybe because I guess we had to reload this anyways. System source. Why can't you see this? I don't see like a system source on that. You don't have a prelude. Huh. Where are you getting system source from? FontKit source system source. Okay, so FontKit source system source. Oh, okay. So it's just today. It's just you're not giving me help. Why? So FontKit source. Oh. Oh, it's a re-export. Oh. Oh, because it's really font config source. Is that what I have to do? Font. No. Okay, so we see. Okay, fine. We'll just say true. Oh, that's why. I forgot the function keyword. That's probably what it was. All right, so let all fonts equals there we go. System source new. Okay, so there is new. Opens a new connection to the system font source. Okay, so it does all the matching lazily. So this doesn't actually use any resources yet. All families. Returns the names of all families installed on the system. Performs font matching according to the CSS font's level 3 specification and returns the handle. Oh, cool. Okay, so if we take a look at all families. Oh, I can't do that. We have to do new first. And then we can get all families. That gives us a result, so we can We can do this. Okay, so if I debug you, and I think we can just do run change. Okay, so I think I can just do a cargo run. Oh, I can't do it yet. This actually runs the thing. I want to maybe just run. Change alacrity fonts. Validate font. Font name, I guess hi. We're not using that yet. Okay, so if I run this, wasn't font config a feature? It's a good question. Was that a feature? Source font config. So maybe I do need that. Why does that crash though? Nope. Oh, that was weird. Thread main panicked at main line 15. Oh, missing theme. Okay, cargo run high. Okay, here we go. We have all the fonts, which includes things like Wingdings, and then Wingdings 2, and then Wingdings 3, because, you know, we didn't have enough of those. We needed more. Okay, this is really cool. All right, so if I want to, let's say this like Apple Lead Gothic, I want to run you, and I want to do the thing. So I want to validate the font, and we're going to pass in the new font. Okay, so we're going to take in the font name. I don't think I need all families, right? We're going to have the fonts like this. And then I want to search, select best match. I bet this is going to be it. Performs font matching according to the CSS fonts level 3 specifications. So it's going to take in a reference to an array. Oh, because I can choose multiple things. Okay, so we can do so we throw that in there. Family names is going to be a reference to search. And then properties. Let's just do default. Oh, these must be family name. Okay, so hold on. So we need to do a family name. Okay, from font name. What family name from requires family? Okay, that's weird. There's no new. Oh, wait. It's an enum. Okay, so family name is an enum, so I can do title. So title, and then have to do a string. So we'll do a font name to owned. Okay, so if I do that, then I want to see what the valid fonts that it gets back are. Yeah, it does seem a little bit weird, doesn't it? All right, let's try this. So if I want to look for the Gothic, not found. If I want to look for Helvetica, well, it found something. A handle of some kind. Okay, so I don't think that's what I wanted. I think maybe just doing what we did before is just, it's not necessarily faster memory wise, but it's easy to do and easy to reason about, and maybe that's enough for us. So let's do all. If I do all fonts is going to be equal to that was what FontKit source. Oh, well, we already had this. It was like the system source. System source. Ooh, I wonder if I want all fonts or all families. Okay, if I do all font, system source new, all fonts. Wait. Okay. Get that. We have some context. Okay, we get all the fonts installed on the system. So that gives me a vec of a handle. Try the other one with quotes. Yeah, we could try the other one with quotes too. That was oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah. Hold on, let's go back. I bet you were right. I don't remember if I've saved, so I have to go back to. We do the search like this. We do you're happy. Okay. Oh, I locked the interface. How did I do that? Yeah, so if I go Apple Legothic. You're right. Okay, so that does work. I get a handle. So if we get that, that gives us a handle. Can I get the actual font. I can borrow that. No, that doesn't help. It's not like an RC. Yeah, the handle's either a path or bytes. Yeah, I guess an is okay would be fine. Probably. Because if I'm guessing this will be an error if it's a failure. Let's find out. So called result unwrap on an error. Yeah, lib45. Okay, yeah, perfect. So change this to be is okay. We remove you. Move you. Let's see, missing. Oh, yeah, you don't need to be a result anymore. You're just that. You don't need to be unwrapped. We just validate the font. Okay. Yeah, so this is now just okay or not okay. Great. Okay, those are all just main yelling at me, which is fine. I don't care about that. So then back to Stream Manager. I want to I forget every time we have to restart LSP to like pull in the changes that we just made to the change alacrity font. Great. There we go. Okay, validate font. And we can pass it the font. And what we really want to say is if validate font is okay, then we're going to do the rest of it. Otherwise, we're not going to do anything at all, and it's just going to head out. Okay. Get the current font. So we can do that as part of this, right? So when we change the Alacrity font, we unwrap or default Auzefka. So I think Auzefka is what. Oh, right. This is what we're attempting to set to. Okay. That's great. So we got the current font. We've changed the font. I need to schedule the font to be reset. So this would be in a I want to spawn an async move, and I think it's just a block, right? Okay, so we want to schedule the font to be reset. So how do we want to do this? Let's I don't have any conts up here, so maybe we'll just throw this in all this one logic right here. So we know just where to go to grab it. So let's see, const reset font in. Okay, from seconds, if I do 60 seconds is 1 minute, 5 minutes the same as the let's do 5 minutes, because like the worst case scenario is we go back, I just take a break. It's like, okay, I can't do anything, so we're just gonna chat, or I'll take a break, or something else like that. All right, so reset font in like that. Don't I have a 1 second somewhere? I don't have a 1 second. What is the property in the Helix configuration that sets the fonts? It is font, normal, family. That's the property. Okay, so reset in there. I want 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. Reset font in. This should probably be a mute. Oh, why did it? What language am I in? I've apparently forgotten how to write variables. I just like think in terms of web for like 1 minute, 5 minutes, and suddenly it's like, oh, we're gonna do const for all the variable declarations, right? Okay, so we have that. I'm missing the path up here. Okay, so we're good there. We're good there. Okay, so we get 1 second. I want to start a loop, so we'll do while reset font in is not 0. I want to probably, this is where we're going to send. Okay, so send the seconds left until the font is reset. Send the font set message. No. This has to happen up here. Still, okay. Tell anathema font has been changed. Okay, so we're going to do that there and here. So really, that's the same one. So we want to do this twice. And then after this, we're going to subtract. So send font in minus equals 1 second. And then I want to sleep. One second. Okay, so there we go with that. I even have the change anathema font here. Okay. Okay, maybe see if select family by name is case sensitive or not, because it would probably be better than select best match. Oh. See if select family by name. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that. So instead of select best match, select family by name, looks up a font family by name, and returns the handles of all the fonts in that family. Do I want fam? Yeah, I do want family, right? So select family by name. No properties. Oh, and this is just a str. This is perfect. Much nicer. So I don't even need you. Let's go as the font name. And then is okay. Okay. So if we do our, that's nothing. Oh, well. Let's see, I want to do something like is new font valid? Something like that. Is Apple the Gothic valid true? Okay, let's try true. True. False. Okay, so there we go. So that works so much better. All right. P before I forget. Unused sleep that must be used. Oh, right. We have to await it. Okay. We await you. We go through this again. Okay, this actually changes the font. Send the seconds left until the font is reset. Tell anathema. Okay, but we haven't set those up yet. And then tell anathema. Okay. So this should, after, okay, for testing purposes, instead of 60 times 5, let's do 15 seconds. So if I change the font, 15 seconds later, it should reset again. Okay, so if we save you, we'll have to restart our stream manager. I think that actually restarted it. Okay. We're not going to see anything in the stream manager. It's just going to be in here. So if I type, oh, I have to re-enable the viewer reward for it, the channel point reward. Change terminal font. I'm going to add a few more zeros to this. While we're testing. Okay, so if I went down to change terminal font, Excuse me. Okay, what's the font that we should use for this? We could try Apple Gothic. I already forgot what that was called. Apple Lithgothic. Okay, so if I try Apple Lithgothic. Change font to Apple Lithgothic 2 minutes. Oh, but it's also style regular not found. I'm also not seeing this come back. Wait a second. Style regular should be perfectly fine. I think it was this thing. Oh, okay. So that completely destroyed my terminal. That's not cool. If I try this again. Wait, did that crash? No, it didn't crash New Manager. Can I still run this? Oh, I need to see, check to see if it's valid. Change the Alacrity font. New font. Okay, so if I do that, wait, what are you upset about? Takes 4 arguments, but 2 were supplied. So config path, new font. Oh, username and reversion. Okay, so that didn't work. It's valid, true, but that Interesting. Okay, so let's open up our font book. And I'm looking for Apple Lithgothic, which is right here. Oh, because Apple Lithgothic only has a medium. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so unfortunately, this has to be a Alacrity configuration because Alacrity is where the font is set, as opposed to where anything else is set. Yeah, we need to choose another font for that. Yeah, we do. Okay, so or I need some way to like set what that is, but it's gonna be like tough to say like, hey, these are all the fonts that I have. If we come here and we look at, I would not have been able to look at Apple Lithgothic anyways. That would have been fun. Andale Mono has a regular. Okay, Andale Mono. Okay, so I want to cargo run Andale Mono. There we go. Oh, but it won't reset here because that's only something that I do over there. Okay, so I need in my validation, I also need to make sure that there's a regular or to figure out like what that is. So that's actually going to be something we have to do in validate font. Now, select family by name. That gives me a family handle. What can we get from that? Fonts give me the handle. I get the path and the font index. But that's not going to tell me like if it's regular or not. Huh. Yeah. Maybe the other one would be better. You're right. Okay, what can we do with those properties? Style. Oh, style. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, I think you're right. We want to do the other one. So instead of select by name, we want to do select best match. Put in a font name. Properties. Okay, I can do properties new. Initialize property set to its default values. I want style. Me style. Normal. Okay. Expected, family name, found string. Okay, so we need to do family name. Title. Font name. 2 owned. Okay, so if I do that, back to this again. Okay, so that's good. And then the Gothic still returned valid true, which is absolutely not correct. Oh, you think I want weight? Oh. The degree of blackness or stroke thickness of a font. Styles allow italic or bleak faces. Try 400. Normal. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, and then you need to wait. Still not true. But it does find the best match, so maybe it will get a bold if it can't find normal. Wonder if I just want to, okay, what if I do all of these? What if I just set them all? So if we do properties, style, it's going to be style.
Okay, that was nice. But back to our previous font.
Ooh, okay.
Change font. Only got a few minutes.
Oh, that was weird. I wonder why that got set there. I don't know. You probably couldn't hear that, but it just told me it reset the font, which is interesting. Let's see. Okay, so style. I want style normal. I want weight normal. And I want stretch normal. Okay. Still valid, true. So I don't think any of those are what we should be really going for. So if we took a look at our system source, select by PostScript name. Yeah, and select best match is what I'm trying to do, but maybe I'm just doing this completely wrong. Now, we also have all fonts. Oh, but that gives me back this handle, which I can't do anything with. Now, this is showing that Apple Legothic where was that? Apple Legothic is what? Style name is medium. Am I using that best match while setting the font? No, I'm not. I'm using that best match to determine whether or not the font can be set. To validate the font is normal. I wonder though if when I validate the font here, select best match. Can this ever this can fail, right? If I like choose like something like that. Yeah, is valid false. So it doesn't find it. Am I developing a GTA 6? Yes. This is the source code for GTA 6. We're rewriting it all in Rust. And it's all going to be a terminal application. Like a lot of people are going to be surprised. No graphics whatsoever. It's going to be a mud. Once we get the best match that can be used, yeah. So like I think even though it's not matching any of these, it's saying like, hey, you know what? It doesn't match those, but it technically exists, so go ahead and use it. That's what I'm guessing. Now, select by PostScript name. I wonder what that like. Can I put like the name plus something else in there? Oh, I have to go. Wait, was it able to find it? Select by PostScript name. I wish this gave me like an example of like what the PostScript name actually. Oh, oh, maybe no. Okay, that's the problem. Is like it's not the family name. I need the family name and the style name together. Oh, what language is this? This is Rust. So we're working with the Rust language. It's all sort of like backend code, and I am using a library to sort of grab a TOML file, which is um, the configuration for my terminal, so I can update it on the fly. Yeah, if it could not find regular, it could return to medium, which is what it's doing, which is not what I want it to do. And I want to get properties for. Now, okay, if I could get properties from a handle, that'd be amazing. Like I would love that. I'm not 100% sure that I can do that. So like if I do like let font equals to this, let's do select family by name. It gives me a family handle. Context, this would be getting font family by name. Okay, so I get a family handle, font dot. Can I get returns all the handles in a set, and it's an array, and that's it. Okay, so grab the first one. So if I do for Convenient method to load this handle with a default loader producing a font. If I do that, there we go. Style name. Returns the name of the font style according to core text. This is it. This is what I got. Uh-oh. No. My best viewers are here already.
Okay. Was nice. But back to previous font.
Okay, so I want style name. Okay, so this is the family. So I get the family handle that way. Hand it in there. Context. Okay, so really what I probably want to do is like let okay equals family like this. Otherwise, we're going to just return false. Remove this result. Okay, so we get the family. We want to get all the fonts. So for font in family.fonts. Okay, so we get that. And yeah, let's just call this the handle. Okay, so for let font equals handle load. Okay, so we load you. And then if you fail, I want to probably return that this just isn't going. You didn't see that font method? Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to work though. So let's do this. Okay. If you failed to load this, let's actually just continue. Okay, so now we have the font. I want to get the style name. So if the style name, if font.style name is equal to, you just give me a string, right? And I'm looking for literally regular. We're going to return true. We're done. Otherwise, we're going to return false. Okay, let's try this now. And the other thing that I'm noticing here is that I think you are automatically trying to revert somewhere. Where is that happening? If reversion announce config reverted. Okay, I think we're fine then. Yeah, this is happening every once in a while. Okay, it's just if reversion. All right. In main, it's not a reversion, so I'm doing that. Okay, that's great. New font. And so what I probably want to do is say if validate font new font. Go ahead and change the font. Okay, so if we do this, nothing happens, right? If I do the Gothic, nothing happens. Not valid anymore. And if we change you to be Andel Mono,
Let's change to Andale Mono for a few minutes.
that works. Okay. Try mono space. Is there? I don't think there is an Andale mono space. Or is there a mono space font? I don't have just a mono space, but I could try a mono space, and that doesn't do anything at all. Serif. Serif. No, nothing. Oh, not Andale. Yeah, okay. So if I try like mono space, serif, yeah, none of those things do anything because I don't have any font families named that specific thing. Which could be an argument for, that we want to do something about that, but also I'm okay with it. I think we'll be fine. So now validate. You shouldn't need a font family name that. Oh, well, the way this is working though is that would have to choose a random font within those files, right? That would have to choose a font. It should pick the system default for those. Yeah, this becomes like a business question of how do we use this? Do we want to pick the system default for if the font technically doesn't exist, or do I want to do another one, like another secret command where you can do random? I guess. Ooh, that could be an interesting question. I wonder if we can use the search function for something like that. It doesn't matter. I just saw that the source of font kit special cased those families. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, no, because was that for source? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Its thing is weird, but I think we're perfectly fine with that, right? So back to you. Also, Setsui said hi before, so hi to that. But we have hello Prem, Blah, Lewina, and like Dom Vito. Hello everybody. How are you all doing today? Actually got to use like my hello queue where I can ignore all of you saying hi right away and then come back to you later, which is really cool. And then I don't actually forget later. So, the entire point of this entire thing. Okay, so change the font. We do that. Okay, so previous font, we get you. Reset you in 15 seconds. Well, that is 0. Change the Alacrity font to the previous font. Reversion is true. Reset font minus equals and sleep 1 second. Okay. So now I should be able to change the font again through this thing. And what font should we set it to? Something obvious, but here we can set it to Microsoft Sans Serif because everybody likes a Microsoft font on an Apple system, right?
Rookzerker changed font to Microsoft Serif for a few minutes.
This is a perfect font. I don't know why anybody would like say that this font isn't like great for programming. And after 15 seconds, this should switch back. You'd rather have wingdings. That is the worst font you've ever seen. I don't know what you can argue about. Look, you could read this perfectly fine. We can see like, okay, see let mute reset font in. I don't see what's wrong with this. Like I think these are for you're supposed to focus on this. So it's like let mut reset ont. See? Like that's how you're supposed to read it. Perfect for coding. All right, I feel like this isn't happening. We are not okay, that was 50. It was supposed to be 15 seconds later. It resets. And this did not do the thing. Okay, so while font size is 0, oh shoot, this is not supposed to be here. Maybe it happened too quickly. After this, we reset the font. Oh, I bet that's what it's supposed to be. Okay, hold on. Let's switch to a Is that not a valid font? Auzevka? Yeah, they have a regular. Oh, wait, is this freezing? Oh, it's not exiting. It's freezing. Oh. That's it's not great. I mean, print line. Oh, oh, so now the validate font isn't working properly. Um, you're planning on starting to stream myself programming. Should I make a Discord clone or key management system, both using Rust? I mean, either works, right? Like any of those things can work. I guess like it's, do you want to build it as something you're going to sell, something like other people are going to use, or is it a learning project? Because if it's a learning project, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do both those. If it's something that you want like a lot of people to switch to, or you want to replace Discord, that's going to be a little bit tougher, right? Because Discord has a lot of like people switching over to something new is it takes a lot to get people to do that. I kind of feel that I wrecked everything here. Let's go ahead and manually reset my font. Where do I see? New Alacrity there. Ooh, can I do just font out of here, or is it Alacrity? It might be that. Okay, so I could just go to font. Here's that Microsoft Sans Serif. I want Ios Evka. There. We're back. We're back to a normal, not terrible font. I'm a little bit concerned though. Why is this? Oh, wrong one. Also, why did my hello Q not catch UREST format? That's weird. Anyways, hello REST format. How are you doing today? Open source project for fun? Yeah, and then in that case, any one of those are good, right? Let's change Helix theme. I want change Alacrity font. That's the one I want. So this is just an infinite loop. I saved everything. And it is stuck in validate font. Oh, is it because there's too many of these? For handle in font families, I load the font. If there's a problem, continue. Okay, what if I just return false? Like you're not okay. And if you're not regular, if you are regular, return true. Otherwise, continue. Yeah, when I put it when a font doesn't match, it completes right away because it's the validate font. If okay, so by doing Iosefka, are there too many font styles for that? This shows I mean, that is a lot of font styles. With regular being one of them. Yeah, we can print. Yeah, let's try that. Print each. Let's see. So for handle in that. Get this. We'll do a print line. Okay, font.
Okay, that's nice. Back to our previous font.
Unable to load specific font and Dale Mono. Falling back to Menlo. You didn't finish there. I'm confused about who is calling that. It must be. Why is that 15 seconds is like I'm so confused. Okay, so I get that font style. Okay, so let's get the style name. Okay, if style equals regular, return true, but I also want to do a print line. Of I guess like font name. Style. Okay, so if we do that, crashed. Interesting. Okay. Oh, hello Q. Oh, because it was freezing for some reason. Oh, okay. So my stream manager is freezing on a revision somewhere. That's not great. Interesting. But hello Scott B. How are you doing today? Yeah, maybe before the load. Probably something like that. Handle.load. I mean, yeah, maybe it is the load. So print line about to load. Got family. Okay, let's see which one of those two it gets. Wait, none? Oh. You're doing better now that your bathtub is operating again. Oh no. Uh yeah, like things in the house that are not working really sucks. Okay. About to get family. It's the family. Oh. System source new, select family by name. Why are you it's not crashing. It's just not doing anything. Rudra, hello, how are you doing today? What do I think about Golang? I think it's a great language. I haven't used it myself, but I know plenty of people who use it as their daily drivers in work situations. And I think that it's something that can solve a lot of great problems, and it's it's useful. So I don't have anything bad to say about it. Okay, so looks up a font family by name and returns the handles of all the fonts in that family. You're freezing. Weird. Just out of curiosity, let's try running this in release mode and seeing if that helps. No. So something about Iozevka is causing it to crash? No, it's not crashing. It's just hanging. Unused imports, unused import. It's like none of those should change anything. Is an infinite loop searching for something that's not there? If I search for though like Iozevka, that fails right away. So Iozevka doesn't exist. But Iozev, I guess maybe it's just because there's too many things. There's Iozevka fixed. Let's try that. That also fails. Okay. But if I search for that's a dangerous one to do right now. Graphic. Huh. That failed to load. Like about to get family. It never got to got family, so it returned false here. Oh, it's not active and not downloaded. That's why. Okay. Geneva. Geneva's downloaded and it has a regular.
Let's change font to Geneva for a few minutes.
There we go. Okay, that works. Also, can you please share your Helix config? It's really good. Yes, I have my Helix config. I have my Helix config in my GitHub. And there that is for you. Okay, so that's weird. It's not an infinite loop. It's that I don't really understand what is going on here, which kind of sucks because I don't want it to just like freeze halfway through doing stuff. Okay, so what if, is it a difference between fonts that are in my font book versus system font book? Because what are other fonts that are in my fonts? I just have these. Okay, we have Fear Code Nerd font, which has a regular. Let's try that one.
Let's change to Veracode Nerd font in a few minutes.
I mean, what happens if you enable the source font config feature? Let's try it. So source font config. So source font config. Okay. Oh. Failed to build. Build script. I need to install another dependency, I guess. I need to install a package config package for your OS. Huh. So there's source for, oh, it's part of this yes logic. Now there's free type source font config default. I don't, seems, I don't want to have to install those. Now there is the free type. What if I do a free type? Oh, I didn't need to do release probably.
Let's change
Okay.
to Veracode Nerd font for a few minutes.
Same problem with Iosefka though. We can't do font config because that does the yes logic thing. Okay. Different question. Can I search for everything that has a regular? Style contains regular. All fonts. Okay, these are all the fonts that contain regular. It's 310 fonts. Can I export this as just a list? Okay, that exported just those fonts. Do I need to select all? Nope, don't validate. Okay, these are all the fonts in here. I think I'm just going to get rid of the font thing. I don't think it's helpful. Can I manually set Auzefka in the configuration and see if the font loads there? Sure. So this would be, instead of font name like this, we do Auzefka. And it's the same thing. Oh, for Alacrity. In the config file for Alacrity. Yes, we can also do that. What happened to my Alacrity? Did I lose it? Yeah, it's happy with that. Okay, so I am going to change things around a little bit. We're going to get rid of FontKit. Okay, we'll have ubeef happy. We're gonna go into source. Oh, I already have an allowed font. Huh. I don't think I need this. I think what I want to just do is have a const. So const allowed fonts. It's going to be an array of stir I'll just say 1 right now because I don't know how many there are. Oh, it's like 310, right? 310. It's going to be equal to this. Come on, I want to copy all of you. Can I copy the names? No, it just copies the top one. Cool. All right, let's do an ls of downloads. Of all of these, we're going to put that into pb copy. I probably could have selected this one, whatever that is. Or the, no, because not everything is a TTF. Oh, I selected too many. Oh, I don't know how to do that as like a one thing. Oh, but there's a space. No, there's too many spaces in there. Hold on, let's try this. So if I select on space, and then we go left, there we go. It's always 3, right? So we can delete those. All right, I screwed this one up. That's gonna be fine. Change fonts, allowed fonts, that. Equals view. We have all view. Okay. File not included. That's gonna be fine. Model fonts. All right, so then we're just gonna search for it in here. There's also the FS source. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. I'm just gonna use this method now. It's gonna be fine. Okay, so we want to search in here the allowed fonts. Mod allowed fonts. Oh, why pub const? 194 elements. Okay. There we go. Allowed fonts. I want to contains. Are these in alphabetical order? They are in alphabetical order. So we can do the binary search. Font name is okay. Okay, so that should validate the font for us. Okay, so validate the font, get the path for the fonts, get the previous. Okay, change Alacrity font. This shouldn't cause an issue anymore. So I'm just going to do this as a context changing font. We'll unwrap you. We'll have to tell Anathema that it's been changed. We'll then spawn our timer. Okay, we spawn. Which type of spawn is this? Tokyo task spawn. Okay, so that should be fine. We reset you in 15 seconds. Okay, reset font in duration from 15. We have 1 second. While reset font is not 0, subtract by 1 second, sleep 1 second. Then we come out here. We change the font family back to the previous font. Okay, so I think that should work, right? Okay, let's try this again. Why not just directly sleep for 15 seconds? I have plans of creating a countdown of how many seconds we have left on there, and so that's what this is for. It's future usage. Okay, so if I now want to send her message, change terminal font. We're on Iosefka right now. So what's a font we can use that won't be horrible? American typewriter. Oh, I completely forgot that it's waiting for me to do its thing. I haven't actually launched the thing. There. Okay, so HelloQ is waiting. Also, I want to say during that, I wasn't paying attention to HelloQ, and somebody said hi, right? No, I don't think so. Well, maybe Euschymus. I don't remember anymore. And HelloQ was down. Okay, so you're up now. Let's try this again. American typewriter. That didn't work. I mean, I see the hello Q, so it's all that I attempted to redeem that. Okay, we're gonna need some print lines. Okay, so about to print, about to change font. Okay, font is validated. We get the path. We change the fonts. Okay, change to the new font. Scheduling font reversion. And then we could probably just do okay, as seconds. We do that, and then lots of print lines here. About to revert. Reverted. Got a little bit lazier in the end, but those are fine. Okay, so everything's saved, I believe. Let's rerun you. Oh, Twitch. Come on, load up. Twitch API is not loading the thing for me to get the token. That's not a good sign. I have perfectly good network still, so I don't know what's going on there. Come on, load it up. Well, obviously this is not going to work if we can't actually like test from Twitch. Okay, let me try getting a new one. Ooh, okay, so this is not great. The Twitch API is using the Iosefka font. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Okay, there it goes. Load it up. So now if I switch to American Typewriter, change terminal font to about to change font. Okay, we got that. Huh. It didn't change though, did it? I saw the about to. So validate font is not working again? I mean, that should be pretty fine. If I do a cargo run American Typewriter, it did not change the font. Okay, so that failed. That failed the oh, that sucks. That failed the validation. That's what happened. Oh, because it's all one word American Typewriter. Oh, no wonder. Okay, let's try this again. I'll make this full screen so we can see all the print lines.
Change font to a few minutes.
Change font from Auzefka to American Typewriter. Scheduling font, reverting font. Okay. Counting down. That's great.
Okay, that was nice. Back to our previous font.
Falling back to Menlo. Unable to load specified font American Typewriter. Why? Active, yes. Style name regular. Because the family name has a space in it. Why do you not have a space in here? Like Apple Gothic, for example. That doesn't have a space. Okay, so I just chose. I don't know why that one didn't have a space. That's weird. Let's, after making that little tiny change, let's try this again. Oh, and also I want to. Oh, look at that. It switched my name to this weird thing. Okay. Back to Auzefka. I'm a little bit worried about that. Okay, that was fast. Super Cuber, hello. How are you doing today? All right, let's try this again. American Typewriter, two words.
Bookzerker changed font to American. Few minutes.
Okay, and now in 15 seconds, it should revert.
Was nice. To our previous font.
Okay, so when it's attempting to revert, it's doing this wrong. Okay, so about to revert. Change to the previous font. Now, okay, we can see what happened here. It's loading up the previous font with a space quotes Auzefka, which that's wrong. Now I'm getting the previous font when we change Alacrity font. Value from new font family. Okay, so the previous font family is this. Console log. What language am I in? I've been programming Rust for like 3 hours now. 2 hours? Something. 3 hours. I should remember what I'm doing. Okay, so let's I'll put quotes in here so we can see what this is, and I want the previous font family. Maybe not quotes. Let's do colons because we know that those are safe. Okay, so if we do that, now I want to do a cargo run again, We'll go to American typewriter.
Let's change font to American type. Few minutes.
Interesting. So that's what I'm getting out of it, is that quote space Alzevka. Because it's an item. Huh. So you're an item. You implement display. Maybe, okay, so previous font family. Cast self to a value. I mean, I could do as string. We can do toString, and maybe that would be better. You still do print line in every single language. Oh, you do print in every single language, even Clojure at work. Yeah, I know. It's like whichever, you can tell which language I program in like a lot for like the last 10 plus years, because I just keep on falling back to that over and over and over again. Okay, so if I toString this, are you happy with that?
Let's change font to American typewriter. Few minutes.
No, look at this. It still has a weird space in it, and it still has quotes in the string, which is not what I want at all. But it's a different type of string now. Instead of it, previously it was a single quote, now it's double quote. So it's like, it's very close, but not exactly. But you're right. ToString does come from display. Oh, I somehow removed my... Okay, I keep on deleting that tab, which I don't know why I'm doing. That's not what I want to do. Okay, so it's not going to be toString. So we have the previous font family, which is a item. I can turn that into a value. Now use as string. Sure, let's try as string.
Font to American type. Few minutes.
That's it. That was it. Okay. So now let's come back to here. Let's fix this. Let's fix our problem. I'm going to spend 1,000,000 channel points to change it to Iozevka back again.
Code Circle changed font. Set. 2 minutes.
Wait for 15 seconds. And then it'll go then it'll go back to the other one. Antonio, hello. How are you doing today?
Okay. That's nice. To our previous font.
No. That was nice. That was nice. We should keep that. Wait. American typewriter, put them in quotes again. Why did that put it in quotes again? That's so weird. Oh, I know why I didn't use what I printed. Because I didn't restart the Stream Manager, so it had the old code. That was the problem was. Okay, I can fix this. We can fix this. Cargo run you again. Now we do this again. Okay, so if I change the font to American typewriter again, because it's our favorite font. It's absolutely amazing.
Code Circle changed font to American. 2 minutes.
But you know, after 15 seconds or so, we get tired of it. It's okay. Let's change back to Iozevka. There we go.
Back to our previous font.
There we go. It's working now. Okay. Perfect. All right. So that was all easy. First try, right? Okay, so we can remove all of these fun print lines. We don't need these. But we need to go back into Anathema to make the appropriate changes, right? So we need, we want theme. I probably want to grab the font similar to what we're doing up here. Where do I have that set up? I have that. Oh, I have that in main. We have the Helix theme to get the current Helix theme. And so I want to get something else. Oh, what's my Twitch username? It is Brooke Zerker. I'll just type it in here. Brooke Zerker, like that. Okay, so in change font, what I probably want to do is, instead of just pure change font, let's create another function. Get current font. We'll take in that config path. Take a result, and this will be a string that we return. And so we're going to load the config file. We'll load the config, and we'll get the previous font family. Let's get rid of that print line. We don't need you. And I want to return an OK Previous font family, Aster. Okay. So option. And let's okay or error. I can keep on forgetting I could do that. Okay or error, which is missing current font, should not be a problem. Expected a string, found a stir. Okay. To owned. You don't need to be mutable. Okay, so that will get the current font, right? Our current font, get current font. There it is. Get current font. We have to have the config dot alacrity font config path. Do that. We'll context getting font. And we'll just go ahead and unwrap you because I'd rather you crash. Okay, so with that, I can now pass in this font to Anathema. So in our front end library, I want to have the font name. So that'll be a string that we bring in. So font. So pass that in. I lost the config. Okay. This function takes oh yeah, so we have to just give it a font. Let's do for testing purposes. It's great. Oh, to owns. All right. Perfect. Unused variable. All right. So let's start using this. So I want to use a similar thing here. Also I have this reverted. Where did I put that? Okay, I don't have anything there. That should be fine. Okay. I think I got rid of all those prints. Yeah, I don't have those anymore. Perfect. Okay, so inner front end. I want a component. It's going to be similar to the theme. So we want a new, we're going to be front end source component font.rs. Oh, but okay, that could be write all. Okay, I also want new front end templates. All right, what is this going to be called? This is going to be called probably just theme, no, font. AML, I think is what it is. We'll have a border around it. We'll do a VStack So we'll start with text, and we'll just have font. I guess they'll be, I'll just call it name of the font. So we'll start with that. And then we'll have like the entire like change and everything else. Okay, so if we do font like that, I now need to switch back to our font component, and we're gonna have a pub struct font info component for font. We will have to have state, so pubstruct font state, and we know we're gonna have name of the font. It's gonna be a string. No, it's gonna be a value string. Okay, type state is gonna be font state. And message for right now is going to be nothing. I'll come back. We'll deal with that soon. Okay, font. Now, in our front end library, we need to register the, okay, we need to load the template. So font template equals read a string. All right, so we're loading font template. Okay, so we've got you. Then we register a component, and we will need to keep this around. So let font component time builder register component. We'll call this font. The template is the font template. The component itself is font. And then the state is font state with the name being value new font. Okay, so that creates the component. We're not going to use that right now. We need to go into our index. Okay, so after theme, let's throw in font here. Now we have font Iosevka. It has those quotes. I don't think it's supposed to have those quotes. And it has that extra space in front of it too. We tried that as stir, and it... Okay, whatever. I think it worked. I think. I'm now concerned. Okay, so in get current font, what was I doing here? So we got the previous font family. Wait, but didn't that work? Then I just two-stringed it, and it was fine here. Okay, now I'm confused. So what if I just do the same thing here? So two-string. Okay. All right, so that gives me, let's test this again. I did as string, and then I got the weird stuff, which is so weird. I don't know what's happening anymore. Okay, yeah, so that's even worse. So why did it? Now I don't know why it reset properly. Yeah, two-string uses display, so I want this to be as string. Okay, or error. Who owned that? And then if we come back down to here, you should also be a as str. Okay, hold on. Let's previous font family. Okay, so that should be a, we're gonna turn a previous font family Aster. Okay, or error. Who owned? Oh, and I guess we have to. Do that. Okay, so now we have that doing everything it's supposed to do. Okay, let's try this again. We have that same problem where I now have a quote around it, like that. I wonder if that's just going to work anyways, though. It feels strange. But okay. I wonder if I can strip off the quotes. How does it get this value? This value is passed directly from. So I just grab the current font by using that current font value, and then I'm just passing it in. So it's a string with a quote in it. That's what we're getting. A string with a quote in it. Which might be fine for right now. Can I do something like, let's see, so trim removes leading and trailing white space. Creates a new pattern. Okay, so I can replace. I can maybe replace the quotes. What does get current font look like? It was a 2-string. That was the thing. It was a 2-string. I forgot to change it, and it seemed to be just fine, which is really weird. But maybe, oh no, I don't know what's going on with that. But we're gonna try this. So if I okay, so my pattern, can I be okay, just replace that. Replace the fern first. Oh. Replace that, and then that gives me a new string, right? Okay, so if I do that, it takes 2 arguments. 2. Oh, from 2. I just want emptiness, nothingness. Oh, 2 needs to be a stir. I can do that. Is the config file correct? Maybe not. It did set it to be single quotes. Hold on. Oh, look what it's set to. Set to that. Okay. No wonder. Okay. Now, we weren't in iOS FK. All right. Okay, so if we replace you, get the current font, we do that, you're fine. Okay, so then, you know what? I'll just throw in the font here too. And we'll just use this. And we'll be fine. Okay. Or maybe not. Okay, let's hold on. I'll just one change at a time. So if I do this, there we go. Font Auzevka. Yeah, maybe I don't. However, I do like to do that here to make it look right. So it looks correct now. It doesn't have like quotes where everything else doesn't have quotes either. I like that a little bit more. Okay, so we have font Auzevka. I want to, when things change, we want to update our events, right? It should already look correct now that you fixed the file. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, let's try that. There we go. Okay, you're right. So I did not need that at all. All right, so we have our font. We have that. That's good. And then when the font changes, I want to send a message. So we want to go into our events. I got font changed. And we're going to care about the username and the font and the name of the font. Just call it font. And then we're also going to care about how long it's been, right? Because we can only have one event for this, so it has to be font change, so like time left, which is going to have to be a duration. Okay. Font change comes in there, which means now we have to deal with all of you. This is the main. Okay, front end main library. Okay, let's not worry about this for a second. Let's go to components font. So we have a pub struct, font message data. We'll just call it font message. And this is going to have I guess like pub username, font, which is going to be a string, and pub time left. It's going to be a duration. Okay, type of that. That's great. So come back to here. All right, so now we run. Okay, let's go back to our main library. And we'll have to send messages now. Okay, so change font. I don't need to say we're about to change the font anymore. Tell Anathema that the font has been changed and by who. So we're going to do a, what's it called? Front end event. That's what it's called. Front end events. Send. It's going to be events. Font changed. Okay, so we have username, which I will need to clone this. The font is the font clone. And then time left. Okay, so we are sending font changed message. Okay, so we get that. Front end events. Okay, so I need to reset font in. Probably copy you, so this will be reset font in. So that way that gets changed. 1 second. Duration. Okay, from that, then we go through. We do you. Okay, so 10 seconds left until font is reset. I'm gonna send. So on events, send. You know what? Let's because this is a loop. I think we're gonna be fine. So send events, font changed, username clone, font clone, and time left is reset font in clone. We can await this. Context. Sending time left for font. And unwrap you. Is the video lagging the audio for everyone else? I'm not getting any dropped frames. I don't know. Is that happening to anybody else? We're getting around to the point where yesterday's stream just sort of ended because Restream decided to just stop it, which isn't great. Okay, so we send that. And then we change this back, and then we do another one. So run an event. Okay, so instead of that, we're gonna say it is Berserker to owned. Font was the previous font. Time left is now duration 0. Sending font reset. Okay, so that gets there. Okay, then we're going to go into the front end library and we have to handle these events. And so that's where these errors come in. So we have hello message, Twitch ads, theme changed. I think it's this one. Events font change. Okay, so we get username font and time left. And I want to theme changed. Okay, so we're just gonna do emitter emit. Okay, so we're gonna do the emitter emit thing. Emitter emit. The component ID is the font component, and then the message is gonna be a font message. We're gonna have username, font, and time left. give it some context as this is sending font changed event to component. Unwrap view. Okay. And then font message. You're never read. Because I need to handle you. Okay, so in our state, we're going to have our event message. Yeah, message. Okay, so then in here, all right, we're almost done. We're going to say, when we get a message for this, we're going to say state dot name is going to be, state dot name set to be message dot font. And then we're missing these. So we're going to have pub username, a string, and then time left, which is a value of a U64. Okay, state dot username set to be message dot username, and then state dot time left set to be message dot time left dot as sex. Okay. And we don't use the elements. Okay, so now we have username and time left. Okay, so what are you yelling about? Missing fields, time left, and username in here. Okay, so we have username. Okay, so we have none of those things. That's great. Oh, expected, right. You're just that. Okay, no errors, which means we're going to head back to our index. No, back to our font template. And we're going to have, okay, VStack, text, font, name. Oh, what was it? It was like a span or something? Esitsu heading off. Thank you so much for all the help. And thank you for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next stream. Okay, so what was it? It was, we could just look it up. And it was in a theme one, right? So we have text, theme. Oh, we could just do another if right there. That's where you do it. So as a child of text, we do another if statement. So if it's if username is set, so if username is set, then we do a span. Okay, so font, name of the font, set by username. And then in here we'll do an if display, if time left, we'll do a text resets in time left. Okay, I think this will work. It's a lot of code we just did without testing. So let's find out. Well, it doesn't crash right away, so that's something. Okay, font Auzefka. Let's go ahead and change the font. Let's change to American Typewriter.
Brooks changed font to American type. 2 minutes.
Font American Typewriter set by Brooke Zerker resets in, and then we have that countdown. Perfect.
Okay. 9. Back to our previous font.
Font Auzefka set by me. That's great. Now, what I'm concerned about is that this didn't do what it's supposed to do. Oh, but it did. Okay, so font Auzefka is set properly. So it is working as expected. Things are looking good. And so now people can change the font. I mean, right now as often as you want, but it costs $1 million, which is obviously quite a bit. Let us set things. What do we want to do for this? I'm thinking, let's see, viewer rewards. $10,000 and a limit on once every half hour. And then I'll reset it after 5 minutes. No, let's do once every hour and I have to live with it for 15 minutes. Something like that. Yeah, I like that more. So where is my reward channel power-ups? Do that. Change terminal font. Okay, let's make this 10,000 points. Okay, change the terminal font. If it can't find the font, nothing will happen. Cooldown. We want redemption cooldown 1 hour. And it can happen as often as we want. Okay, perfect. So if we save that now, and then you're active. Okay, great. Anybody can now do this and set the font. You know what we can add in is we can do I could update like a message in here to like set the font if you want. So if we have like this border VStack, let's see, font. Ooh, I don't know actually where I want to put these. Like theme, set it yourself. Yeah, I'm just not gonna worry. Oh, you know what? We can do I can do a message in chat for that. And so like, hey, you can set the fonts with something else. But okay, either way, this is working. Everything is fine. Let's go ahead and commit all of these things that we've done. So what this is, we are properly turning changed font. And then with you, we are, I guess, like allowing font changes. Oh, 10K for, you're right. I forgot to update the time. 10K for 15 seconds. Yeah, that's a That is a thing, isn't it? Let's update that for 15 minutes. Change font. Reset font in. So we're going to do is from seconds, right? So 60 seconds times 15. So 15 minutes. There we go. Much better. I should update. Oh, we should update this. Change terminal font. Change terminal font for 15 minutes. There. So now it will actually say that the terminal font will be changed for 15 minutes. And that'll be good. Okay. We go there. Everything is here. The 15 minutes is good. Okay. Rathion, hello. How are you doing today? Unfortunately, we're just starting to clean up. We're just getting to the end here. Okay, so what did we do? We updated actually keeping the new font for 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and push that up. Oh, we're still on front end. Let's go ahead and get a PR create because we actually have this. So sure, integrating front end, submit that. And because I'm really cool, I'm just going to merge in it. Okay, so now everything is reset and we're good to go. You're doing fine? Excellent. I'm doing pretty good too. You should have a config file for those cooldowns so you don't have to make code changes. Maybe another item in your to-do list. Yes, let me add that in. So add a config file to stream manager so we don't need a recompile. And then I'll add in like a note for like time. So like time left for font change. Like we can even do like I don't know, something like that. Time left for font change. We'll just do that for right now. But good idea. So that's a future one. But in other words, the basic entire stream manager is now up and running and working. So that's awesome. I love it. I like it. Now, something I wish that Zellige would allow me to do is share an instance of this pane with other tabs. Because if I switch over here, I lose that now, which is a little bit unfortunate. What I could, I suppose, do is switch over to, instead of just using other tabs, just constantly use other windows and other pop-ups and things like that, which is not quite as nice, but definitely doable. But I think that's it. So I have so many requests for myself. Let me accept all of those. We're good to go. I think we got everything set up properly. All right. So no more streams for the rest of this week. I have I don't know about next week yet. For the project though, is we're going to be switching over to full-time running on the Fusion Auth IAP application, which is basically just a testing out like a centralized authentication server. It's with u.rs project. I Don't know if we're going to have an Axum application as part of that. We may or may not, but we do have a sort of like a Hasura setup. There's a lot of like DevOpsy things in there, so it's pretty cool. Love to see you around for those if you're interested. Otherwise, stay tuned on Discord for whenever I have like the next project planned, and I usually get those plans out on the weekends. So with that, have a great one, and I will see you all next time. Bye.